Finances play a critical role in our lives, impacting everything from our day-to-day expenses all the way through to our long-term financial security. As we progress through our own financial journeys, we traverse different levels of understanding and expertise in this field. In this video, I plan to explore the different levels of finance, ranging from the novice stage all the way through to the pinnacle of financial awareness, which I like to call being at the stage of having you money. So let's start with level 1, the financial noob. The noob level represents this starting point for basically every single individual. At this stage, financial literacy might be limited, and there could be a lack of awareness regarding simple financial concepts. People at this level may struggle with budgeting, be living paycheck to paycheck, and may also find it difficult to save for the future. Debt may be a common burden, and there may be an over-reliance on things like credit cards without having a plan in place to manage and pay them down effectively. At this level, I would also say that investment knowledge is minimal, if existent at all, and individuals may be hesitant to explore the world of stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, and other investment opportunities. Since I started working at the ripe age of 14 years old, I have known a lot of people who fall into this level. It's very common for people to get trapped in this level where their mindset towards the concept of finance really becomes difficult to change, and they develop rigid and nonsensical views as to why they don't need to put something in place to get their finances in order. As one very simple example, my father, who's approaching the age of 60, who has done fine with his finances over the years. He's not the richest man you'll ever see. He is definitely not the poorest man you'll ever see. He still holds a very narrow viewpoint on investing into the stock market. Consequently, he has missed out on the opportunity to generate passive income over the past 30 years simply because he holds a negative viewpoint towards this investment mechanism. He has not explored this option in any capacity in a really, really long time, purely because of that viewpoint. Moving on, let's go to level 2 now. As people gain some experience and knowledge, they transition into what I like to call the organized level. At this stage, people begin to adapt better financial habits. Budgeting becomes more structured, leading to improved control over spending and saving. Debt management also becomes a priority at this level, where steps are taken to pay off existing debt systemically, so most important to least important. Basic investment awareness starts to be developed at this point, and individuals may start contributing towards retirement accounts. So think of things like in Australia, superannuation, and in America, for my American viewers, things like your 401k. This level really focuses on establishing a solid financial foundation, and it also looks to put in place certain safety nets or backups, thinking of things like emergency funds. A good example for this level would be myself, where over the past 5 to 8 years being my full-time working career has been very much focused on improving my standing within this level. My budget is now stable, and I have excellent control over my spending habits. My debts are managed and proving to work well for me, and I have also implemented a long-term investment strategy which at the moment seems to be paying dividends. On top of this, I have what I would like to call a healthy emergency fund. I have anything up to 6 months backed up if required, easily and readily accessible, which is a nice feeling to have. In my opinion, mastering this stage involved a significant learning curve, but I truly believe it was well worth the effort, and for most people, basically everyone, getting into this level is at a bare minimum a really fantastic thing to do, because it should relieve financial stress to some capacity and give you a lot of power to start optimizing and moving into what will be the next level. And I want to put this one in there, being at this level right now, that hypothetically, if I decided not to try and optimize or improve my financial situation and setup in any capacity from this day forward, I just keep doing what I know right now. Truly, I believe that I would live a life where I would basically be able to wake up every single day and say, I do not believe that my finances are overwhelming or burdensome in any capacity. It's a good place to be, and it's a good place to get to without having to worry about money in general. But that leads me into level 3 for those who want to take it to the next step. And that level is what I like to call optimized. At the optimized level, individuals have really honed in on their financial skill set, and they are often working towards achieving larger financial goals. At this level, budgeting is second nature, allowing for the efficient allocation of funds towards things like mandatory expenses, savings, and long-term investments. What I hate to call good debt is kept to a minimum, and bad debt does not have a place in their lives, and they are very much focused on building wealth for the long term to really secure their financial future. At this level, investments become more sophisticated. Usually that means they have a diversified portfolio tailored to individual risk tolerances, and they have clear objectives in what they want to get from where they are putting their money. A really simple example of the types of investments you would expect to see people making when they belong in this level would be real estate, whether it be residential or commercial, potentially mutual funds, and there are lots of other investment strategies which I won't go through in this video. I have talked about them on the channel before. Feel free to go through some of the playlists and have a look at some of the topics I've covered. I think for those that are interested enough, you'll get some value out of watching them. Insurance is another key point that fits well and truly into this level. The needs that some people have, or the security that some people need that they get from certain insurances, are optimized and in place to allow them to focus on other important things going on in their day-to-day lives. Now, for me personally, to give you some perspective as someone who works full-time, has a YouTube channel, a social life, is wealth building every single day in my own capacity, I would say I'm in the initial stages of this level in particular. If I were to look at it as a box ticking exercise, like I mentioned just before, my budget is now completely under control and very much optimized. I've established some long-term financial goals, and I have put in place the mechanisms required to attain or achieve them, where effectively I'm managing any of my good debt that I've taken on, and there's not any bad debt in my life at this period of time. In addition, I have a number of strategies in place, whether it be investments into the share market, cryptocurrency, and real estate investments. They are all part of the long-term plan, and all of them, again, are pretty streamlined, pretty optimized, and I'll call it set and forget. It puts me in a really comfortable position, but a lot of work has gone in getting myself into that position. It's not a brag, it's a concept of I have started at level 1 and worked my way to this point, and it's actually working out really effectively because over time you learn how to hone in on those skills and optimize. That's why this level is called optimize. The key takeaway though is that there is always more to learn, and for me to say that I've truly mastered this level is not going to come anytime soon, unless some of my ventures take off to the point that I have unlimited resources and unlimited money to better optimize, because that's ultimately the world of finance. It's all about optimizing efficiency and improving or increasing the income that you have at your disposal to basically recycle it back into the system and continue the process all over again. Finally, let's move into level 4, the pinnacle of mastering your finances. Again, as I mentioned at the very beginning of today's video, it is what I call having you money. At this level, I would expect you to have accumulated significant financial wealth, and the decisions you make every single day, the way you live your life, should not be hindered or constrained by the concept and singular word being money. At this stage, most people would have reached a level of financial independence that allows them to say, and key word here, no to opportunities that do not align with both their personal viewpoints and own financial goals. Nonetheless, with great wealth comes an increased complexity in financial matters. A comprehensive understanding of tax planning, estate planning, and risk management becomes crucial. Once reaching this level, the services of a financial advisor or a wealth manager usually become indispensable. A good financial advisor should provide expert guidance, ensuring that high net worth individuals can both preserve and grow their wealth whilst navigating the complexities of markets in general, as well as something that's always coming to get them, being regulation. I personally know several, I'll call them affluent people who fit well and truly into this category. And the common trend that I see with those individuals, which I think is quite interesting, is that those who have significant wealth are really afraid of losing it. So even though it might seem exciting, money still can cause a lot of stress to those who have more than they could ever possibly need. So to conclude, the different levels of finance represent a journey that all of us will undertake in some capacity throughout our lives. From the novice stage of financial struggles to financial freedom and expertise, each level will require a certain amount of discipline, dedication, and continuous learning. Achieving financial mastery is a process that involves making informed decisions, optimizing resources, and asking and seeking professional advice when necessary. By understanding and progressing through these levels, individuals can build a secure and prosperous financial future for both themselves and their families. And there is no reason why you yourself couldn't work your way through these levels over time. It's another version of the rat race, but having an awareness of it can definitely help you stay on track, know where you sit, and allow you to maybe set some goals towards that next level that you might be aiming to achieve. I hope that what I talked about today gave you a clear overview of what I perceive to be the different stages of where you sit in the financial hierarchy, and hopefully it gave you some things to think about, maybe some things to plan for, and potentially even spark some questions. And if it did, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you and see what you're thinking now that you've heard my entire spiel about this. I'm not going to take up any more time of your day. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. And that's pretty much it. So have a good day, have a good week. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.